Messi at Barcelona, understand why coming back is not so simple. Club VP reveals contact for the return of the star, but financial crisis and arbitration scandal show that the scenario is complex. PSG still hasn't given up on renewal. But before we continue, subscribe to the channel, but 95% of the people who watch our channel are not subscribed, so if you like our work here on this channel, press the subscribe button right now, activate the bell to receive all our content and not miss anything, leave your like and share to continue encouraging our channel to grow and bring more content. Continuing, Barcelona's Vice President of Sports, Rafael Yuste, has made official the club's desire to bring back Lionel Messi next season. The best player in the world, who has a contract until the middle of the year with PSG, has already made history with the blue-gray shirt. And there may be new chapters. But is it really possible, or is it just a Barca dream? At the same time that it is heading towards winning the Spanish championship, the club is experiencing a financial crisis and is undergoing investigations into a major arbitration scandal. Would it be feasible to sign Lionel Messi? The situation of Lionel Messi. At the age of 35, Lionel Messi comes from the recent World Cup victory with Argentina and the Best Player in the World award, the 7th of his career. Even with his age, the star is far from being an undervalued player in the final stretch of his career. Messi continues to perform at a high level and win titles. Despite this, negotiations for the renewal of the contract with PSG are still at a standstill. According to the French newspaper L'Equipe, Paris Saint-Germain is no longer so sure if it is worth renewing with the star, for some reasons. Among them, the Argentine's relationship with the club's fans, which is not the best, especially after the boos he received just over a week ago. There is in Messi's contract an automatic renewal clause for another year, if both parties agree. But there is far from being a consensus at the moment. Meanwhile, speculations about possible major proposals from Major League Soccer and the Arab world follow. Barcelona's finances. How could the club that had 1.3 billion euros in debt sign such a valued player? The great financial crisis was controlled, according to President Joan Laporta. In February, the president stated that the debt is under control and that financial health is improving. Barcelona made a profit of 98 million euros in 2021-22, according to the balance sheet released by the club. In order to comply with UEFA's financial fair play, the club got rid of a number of unwanted players and sold 25% of its television rights and 49% of Barca Studios, which made it possible to sign heavyweights, such as Lewandowski, Rafinha, Kound, and others. In addition to contract renewals. In addition to UEFA regulations, Barcelona are struggling with La Liga's registration rules, which recently lowered the Catalan club's total spending cap on salaries to 648.4 million euros. To pay Messi's high salary, some maneuver would be necessary, releasing part of the current payroll or increasing revenue. Next season, Camp Nou, Barca's stadium with a capacity for 99,354 spectators, will be closed for works. Until the reopening, scheduled for November 2024, the Catalan team will play their matches at the Olympic Stadium in Barcelona, which holds 55,000 people. With this, the club foresees a loss of revenue of 90 million euros at the box office. Arbitration scandal, the Caso Negreira. Barcelona are investigated in a major refereeing scandal. The club paid more than 7 million euros to companies owned by José María Enríquez Negreira, former vice president of the country's arbitration committee. The case is being investigated by the Barcelona Public Prosecutor's Office and began after a tax inspection of a former referee's company. UEFA and La Liga are investigating the club, which could face sporting and financial sanctions. Despite Javier Tebas, representative of the Spanish League, denying sanctions in the sporting field, the local press claims that the club can be excluded from the Champions League by decision of UEFA, without depending on common justice. The president of Barcelona, as well as other representatives of the club, avoid talking about it. With the title of the Spanish Championship approaching, the focus is on the pitch. However, it is necessary to closely observe the development of the case, which may indeed make major future financial efforts unfeasible.